Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. It's the very first video. I thought I'd just take a few moments this morning just to kind of start it. Uh, just let everybody know what the channel is kind of about. As you can kind of see in the background there, those are some of my favorite pictures. I have autographs of Lou Ferrigno, Jim Cornette, Jim Ross, Ric Flair, and of course the incomparable Jerry Briscoe. And then there's some other family photos there. I have some more autographs that I still have to put up, but of course my office here in the new house is just is moving slowly to say the least. On the wall behind me at some point are going to be a lot of my uh, favorite pictures and autographs that my dad had collected over the years. Probably my two favorites that he's given me, which I never thought he'd give up, but I guess I was pretty persuasive, is he has the 500 Home Run Club autographs. So every member at that time, I think it was like 13 people maybe. Every at that time was like Reggie Jackson, Hank Aaron. I there's a couple others in there that I'm forgetting, but he has every one of their autographs on this one picture. So that's one of my favorites. And then my favorite picture that he's had it up in our house for years, was I think it was a 1935 or 38, something like that. It was the inaugural Cooperstown Baseball Hall of Fame picture. It had Babe Ruth, Honus Wagner, Cy Young, maybe Ty Cobb was in there. Um, but it was like 10 people, 10 or 12 people, I think it was, and he has that picture. And that's one of my favorite pictures of all time. I don't know why, but it was just one of my favorite pictures. So that's going to go up there in the wall. Other autographs that I've collected over the years, different sports memorabilia that I'm getting from my dad, will go up. So we'll talk, like, you're probably thinking, okay, what's this channel all about? Well, it's going to be a lot of everything. It's going to be everything that I find interesting. It's going to be business. It's going to be society. Why is society acting this way? Like, what is this all about? Like, why have we gone so divided over the last probably 20, 25 years? Like, what's really caused that? Or at least my belief in it. But then we're going to have some fun. We're going to talk about mentorship. We're going to talk about why is it important to have a mentor or mentors. At any given time, at one point here a couple years ago, I had 11. And I've said that number to so many people, and they look at me like I have three heads. Like, why do you have 11? That's stupid. Like, why 11? And I just said, why not 11? I get 11 different perspectives. I get 11 different ideas. I get to bounce concepts or thoughts off of 11 different people. Every one of these people have different perspectives, different backgrounds, different education, different experiences that they can lean on, that can help give me ideas when and if I'm ever in those situations. So, like, that's invaluable. I had a couple that their main focus really was just updating my resume, helping me update my resume. So I did that. Like, that was, I think, three people helped me with that. And so, like, that was really important. Then we're gonna, talk about, you know, or not business, but we're business. We're talking about business, but we're gonna talk about, sports. I live and bleed sports. One of my it's probably my favorite pastime is sports, and it's really all sports. I love watching sports, even golf. Or I'm not so much watching golf. I'd rather play it than watch it. But just pro wrestling is a big passion of mine. We'll talk about pro wrestling. We'll talk about how it started for me, why it started, what are some of my favorite matches, what do I think about pro wrestling today compared to when I started. Is it the same? Can we expect it to be the same? Because honestly, we can't expect it to ever be the same. I think it has to evolve. And if you look at the history of the business, it evolved. But I think there are some things that are not done today that are kind of the foundation of what pro wrestling is about that is sorely missing. I think the big key is, there's no consistency from week to week. If these are supposed to be storylines, let's say, there's no consistency. There's, what are we building towards? There has to be, as Jim Cornette would say, what's the payoff, right? What's the ending? So I think that's a big key. There's no believability anymore. And I'm not talking about, I don't want to use the phrase kayfabe, but there's no believability anymore. I don't believe, you can have your outside stuff, Twitters and Facebooks and things like that, and be who you are, and then in the ring or on TV be something else. I'm okay with that, because movie stars, TV stars, movies, comedy, sitcoms, whatever, they suck you in, right? I watch NCIS. Okay, do I believe Mark Harmon is Leroy Jethro Gibbs? No, I believe he's Mark Harmon. But when I watch that TV show, I believe he's Gibbs. There's that believability, there's that realism to it, and pro wrestling right now is sorely missing that. I was a fan when I was a kid with Ric Flair and the Horsemen and all that, and then I kind of got out of it a little bit. Hulk Hogan was big in my life when I was really young. Definitely a Hulkamaniac. I think pretty much everybody was back then. And then I got out of it, but then the whole Scott Hall coming across the barrier, that kind of sparked me again. But really, Stone Cold Steve Austin, that time period, holy cow, like, it felt real, and that's the point. It felt real. You could invest in it. So we're just going to talk about all kinds of stuff. Like I said, this isn't necessarily a big breakdown. I just wanted to do a short video. I wanted to just kind of introduce myself. My name is Cullen. Welcome to my channel. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you continue to watch. I'm doing something that makes me highly uncomfortable, and that's this, but I firmly believe I have to learn to be comfortable being uncomfortable. And I think a lot of people struggle with that. So I'm hoping this channel can help some of you, because I feel it. I have it. It makes me highly anxious right now talking on this video. But here we are. So welcome to my channel. Any comments, suggestions, leave them below, and I'll try to work them in. Thanks. Have a great day.